This Dinyan Rabbeinu said that when you have this B'china of Emunah, it only seems rattle you. You know what the principle is? The principle is things don't have to be the way that I want them to be. I understand, according to my own. By the way, hello, I'm sorry. Likutei Halachos, we are before the end of Seif Lamed Dalet. So yeah, I can't show my mala. So it says that everything rests on the B'china of Emunah, because the B'china of Emunah can put you through the trials and tribulations of this world without you losing your equilibrium. For this you have to cleanse your medama. You see, it seems to me from my perspective that yes, because Emunah is constructed from medama. The medama is the way that I can. The thing is with medama is that I have a perspective that I have to put money into my account because otherwise my account is going to be frozen, and I'm going to get into trouble, and then there'll be checks that are out there. So there are all kinds of ramifications to it. Okay, I'm all distressed. A, because it has to be, quote unquote. B, because Al Pi Derech HaTeva, there's no way it can be. I mean, there's nothing, who's going to go and put money into my account? It's ridiculous. It's not. Now, for Shabbos, in order for me, the thing that, specifically I did this morning regarding this particular thing, is I took two assumptions off the table. Right then and there. First of all, yeah, I know that the right thing, Al Pi Seichel is that it should be in my account, the account should not be closed, but what happens if it doesn't happen? And the account is closed, and then the checks are out there. Okay. So first of all, I give this to Kodesh Baruch Hu. If this is what needs to be, fine. 50% of the pressure is off. On the spot. It's not pikuach nefesh. בסדר, לא נעים, it's not. זה לא pikuach nefesh. It's not. Okay. That's point number. Point number two, by Kodesh Baruch Hu, everything is possible. To the point that I actually had the chutzpah that I said, yeah, I'm going to come here to learn for sure. The only thing is, I would like to have a little yeshiva das when I'm learning. So I asked, please, let me find out that he's going to be there before I go to learn. In other words, I'm already, peel me a grape, kind of like, make it nice, make it easy. A kol efshar. Yeah. Peel me a grape means being spoiled. Being spoiled. Give me a peel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, peel me a grape. Like. Yeah. So it's there's a shtickle with it because you feel comfortable. So, but the ikar thing, the ikar mahalach from this whole thing is that it's only the beginning. Next week there's another 10,000 shekels have to be covered, which I don't know from where, but it's okay. The minute the guy said okay on the phone, what's the first thing I think?
Give me another 9.5.
No, give him another. No, come on. Who is honest enough?
If we got this far, we're gonna get further.
No, who is honest enough to actually?
What'd you say?
I said when I said 6,000 shekels is going to cost you. 6,000 shekels is going to cost you. Put down payment in my bank account right now. He said, okay, I'm going to do it. Go ahead. What's the first thing I thought of? Come on.
How am I going to spend it?
Nah.
Give me another 4.
I'm going to give you another 4. I'm going to give you another 4.
The
first thing that came into my mind is, why didn't I ask for that? Right? He said yes on the spot, right? Why did so and so that comes into I cannot control it. This is my nature. I'm a grabber. because he agreed so easily, you know why? So, but then my answer to myself, oh Hashem, was, if you would have said 6,000 or nothing at all, would I have done it? He says, oh yeah. Okay, so I've done it. But now comes the Yetzer Hara, yeah, but there's a lot of work.
That's
And
Koach
it is.
HaMedameh, right?
What?
Koach HaMedameh.
Yes, this is exactly Koach HaMedameh. All these things that it has to be.
He's trying
And
to steal
there's-
your joy. He's trying
what?
to steal your joy. You had the joy of the 6,000, and now he's trying to take it. Oh, you should have asked for 10.
This is the Indian of, this was called cleaning the Medama. It has to be? No, it doesn't have to be. The Medama says it has to be and making my life miserable and breaking me down to pieces. Secondly, that it cannot be. It's another faulty Medama.
Where's the Amunah?
It's another faulty Medama. There's no way. I mean, I'm like, what, 3 hours before the bank is closing, I still don't know where the money's coming from? There's no way it can be. It can be. And not only this, not only it can be, it will be. I know it will be. How do I know it will be? Because I've had such experiences the past couple of weeks, all the time, a couple of months, all the time, from which I understand the lesson HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving me is what the Rebbe says, you know, all the manias, all the barriers are there for you to overcome them, so you have enough cheshek. If the only thing HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from you, wants from me, is that I should be truthful and honest, even if it means you take everything. Truthful and honest, resolute. Don't give up. So, nah, it's not going to be. Forget about the whole thing. You know, just throw it. No such thing. There's no option to abscond responsibility. You did everything that you needed to do, and it still doesn't happen. So that's not my. That's not my. The minute that I know what I need to do, stick to it. That's cleaning the medam.
Are we saying that in that situation it happened because you reacted in the right way, not the wrong way? That's why your prayers were answered.
No. The point is, I don't play with a Baruch Hu. I only ask. What you need to do is you have to ask yourself one single question, to which you need to answer with total and complete honesty. What does the Kodesh Baruch Hu want from me now? Zil.
You go to the shoe.
What does he want from me now in my situation? And our Madame complicates things. I mean, the Madame comes in and says like,
Because we don't bring Amunah into the picture.
the Emunah to the pictures because the Madame is not clean. The Nosson explains that
if your
through
Madame
the
is clean, you
Madame,
don't need
the
Amunah?
Kilo Madame, no. Kefi biur Madame ken zochim le'emunah.
You clean the madama to the mark?
What?
Clean the madama to the mark.
You clean the Madame through connecting the Madame to true emes. That's why you write the tefillin on the parchment. The parshas are the nevuah, the ultimate emes. The parchment is medama sheba medama. It's the outer layer of a behemoth. Medama sheba medama. The lowest of the low. You connect it with the ultimate emes. You have tefillin. You have kedusha. You're connected to the top zokein who is blind. The beggar, the blind beggar, you get chaim amiti.
It's a tikkun of the Medame. It's a tikkun of
Yes,
parchment.
yes, that's the way it's done. And the way you do it is you connect it. You look at the Sechel B'chol Dovel and you connect yourself to it. You don't just, oh, I know what the Sechel is, but I can't do this because, no. You connect yourself to the Sechel B'chol Dovel. You behave with it. Who knows what's going to happen? It's not my...
So that's what when we said that's like what a mezuzah is, like it's this thing that just connects the top element to the bottom element.
Yes. That's what the Aleph, this one is. The Aleph is, that's the whole thing. So it says, Alkena Azokun Rishon Mailo, the first elder, that he was the highest of them all, he was blind. דהיינו, שלא היה לו שום הסתכלות וזה העולם כלל. He didn't have he didn't look at this world at all. שהוא מבחינת תיקון העיניים. That's fixing the eyes, that's correcting the eyes. ומשם אחיז כל הזקנים עליו. Once you guard your eyes, that's the beginning of the whole thing. Now, guarding your eyes, we all understand it means, not to look at things which are inappropriate. But even beyond that, guarding the eyes cleans them down. Not only Kashmirs. Doing the right thing, despite the fact that the way that you see things is going to spoil it, is Shmir Sinai. 2 days ago, the same thing, when I find out that the client is coming in, I must cover the bank. And I was in a minus in the whole thing. And the amount was just to cover the bank. But I owed money to the guy. He borrowed money from him. I have to give it back to him. What am I going to do? So my madama is, don't tell him anything. Cover the bank. He's waiting until now. He doesn't know that you got the money. I don't want to face it. I don't want to do it, whatever it is. But what's the right thing to do? What's the right thing to do? It's not my money. Right? But I still need to cover the bank. So what do I do? I was Messiah, I'm funniness with somebody outside in me, which doesn't have my vested interests. Somebody that I trust that has a straight outlook of what the emes is. And I called the guy up. I said, listen, that's the situation. I have to cover the bank. I have some money. If you tell me right now that you want the money there in your hands, I'm coming over and giving it to you. No matter what happens in my bank, doesn't matter. What I'm asking is, please, give me some more time. I said, how much more time do you need? I don't know, say a week, week and a half, whatever it is. He says, I'll do it if you give me a check. He says, I'm going to put the check, I'm going to give it to a gmach, and I'm going to give you the cash. He says, this way I make sure that you don't ask me for some more time afterwards. And this told me on the spot, that's mishamayim. In other words, it doesn't become wishy-washy. I didn't like the answer so much. A week and a half? Really? So he didn't mean the week and a half. There was still manipulation involved. The fact that the answer was 75-80% of what I wanted tells me the whole thing is mishamayim. Kadosh Baruch Hu is giving me what they call sidrat chinuch. He's teaching me, putting me together, behave properly. You're learning what tikkun hamadama. That's tikkun hamadama. That's Shmir Sinai. Shmir Sinai, a certain sense, of course, of Shmir Sinai. What it looks to me what it should be done, it has to be, do the right thing nevertheless. But this Kosh Baruch Hu runs the show. I mean, looking at this, he says the Indian is the Hiloya Lashum Mistakas V'Zeh. He didn't have he didn't take any look into this world, B'chlal. What does it mean? Regarding my particular nisayon. If I look into this world, what do you mean the bank account is going to close, this and that? Don't tell him what he doesn't know doesn't hurt him, blah, 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 on the whole. That's looking into this world. Closing the eyes from looking at this world, the way it's naget to me personally, is not a scansion of responsibility, not to care the whole thing, just give him the money, forget. Maybe it would have been even better than that. If I would just go and give him the money, because both would give me the whole thing. But I'm not holding there yet. So calling the Madrega, Staklus al Seichel Amiti means call him up. That's the next best thing. The ultimate, the blind beggar is the one that Bichlal didn't see this world. No Staklus in this world. All these things is Tikkun HaMedama. And it has to stem from the Zakana Elyon, from the blind beggar, that Bichlal doesn't look in this world. Bichlal. Now that I've already boasted what's going to happen to me, how great I am and everything, I want to tell you that I believe that I told you this, A, because it's a limud, and B, Because I'm happy. And when I'm happy, of course I'm happy for the Yeshua that happened, the deliverance. But I'm happier the way that I went with it. That's the thing that makes me happier. Because people think that if they look at this world and they answer their urge and what they think their need is, and disregard what they really should do, that they're supposed to make themselves happier. It's exactly the opposite. When you do the right thing, trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Not because you have Kadik, not because you have Demionis, you ask somebody else. You ask an authority. You find out what the Sechel Amiti is, and you go according to this. That's the secret of being happy. So you can post it on the camera. People hear him and say, "Well, wow." He's like, "Wow, man, he's unbelievable." That's called a skating manal. That's what are you laughing? That's
I thought of something.
yeah, okay. דרך אגב, it's like, apropos this, people are watching this, because what's wrong with this guy? Okay. A person was killed in an airplane accident in Eilat. I just found this morning that this person is the husband of my father's almana, widow.
How was he killed? What?
He was a pilot. This was a private plane. It was an accident, and on landing it was a wind and it flipped over.
At the airport?
Yeah, in Eilat. And
Oh, he's like 80?
no. She was much younger than my father, and he was 68. It was this guy, whatever it is. So I'm like, well,
You have to say it now.
life. Yeah, no. It's
You've
just-
said everything anyway. Just
life is as life does. It's like I can let my bank account crash. You know what I'm saying? It's better the bank account should crash than the plane should crash, right? It's a good thing. It's a technique that is very important to use, because the thing is that when the pressure comes to you,
You need some.
yes, it fills your entire reality. So you need to do anything and everything to get rid of that pressure, that pain. So in order to be able to have the bechira bechlal
Yeah, but if you
of doing the right thing,
if you do the wrong thing, you get rid of the pressure, but then you have the mental pressure of what did I
much
do?
more. Exactly
It's
right.
worse.
Exactly right. But the point is that sometimes when the pain is overwhelming, you lose your choice. You lose the ability of choosing to do the right thing. So usually, the way to do it, not usually, always, the way to do it is look to the Seichel HaMiti. The first step of looking at Seichel HaMiti, when you're in a situation of stress, is to put things into proportion. Right?
Go to the hospital.
You don't even have to go to the hospital. You don't go to the hospital. I mean, the question is that what would you rather have? No money in the account, or your doctor telling you, I didn't like your last blood test, I want to do it again. He didn't say nothing. Nothing. He didn't say I'm worried. I just want to do it again. What would you rather have? Things shrink into
Well,
proportion.
depends how much money we're talking about.
What?
Just kidding.
No.
It's a joke, all right.
Yeah, no.
Tasteless.
But the point is, it's a technique. This is what the Rebbe says in Torah Vav, that you have to be boki beratzon and boki b'shov. You have to be proficient when you go up and proficient when you go
What do you
down.
think? To like say to yourself, what would you rather have, this problem or Hashem something?
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying, if this is, it's severe, it needs to be taken care of, but it's not as worse as this, not as bad as this, right? Okay, so I don't have this.
It's like what you can get stressed out by the fact that you're worried.
Right.
It's like
Right.
you make yourself closer to the issue.
Yeah. So first of all, sechel amiti is let's put things into proportion.
And how do you distinguish between that and shrugging this responsibility? Oh, I don't care.
Means that
I'm
you-
not gonna bother me. but
means
at the
you're
same
not gonna
time,
do
I'm
anything
doing
about
it.
it.
That's apathy.
Means you're not going to be anything about
That's
it.
something else.
I was going if I,
That's
if this
disconnected from the issue. This
no no
isn't
no
disconnected from the issue.
if this lemaisa wouldn't have happened before I came to the shir, I would have come here, given the shir, then go back and work on it until the bank.
So you're
When the bank is closing,
Can't do it.
when the bank is closing, then I'll let go.
right.
But until then, I keep on at it, calling people, probably calling Axelrod and calling you, and calling you, knowing full well that I'm going to hear a no because you don't have the money. But it doesn't matter. I have to do what I have to do. That means not shirking responsibility.
You mean not disconnect, just don't let it overwhelm you.
Yeah. I need to do what I need to do. I'll do it if I can. Even more than that, this is how you get the toyelas from this entire situation. Yeah, you get the benefit from this situation, because if you don't realize what the benefit of the situation is, you keep on carrying the weight of the whole thing and the pressure, and I can't believe I have to go through this. Besides the Torah, but I don't know what it is. The point is, when you realize where things are at and what your part in it, every time you deal with it, you gain more bitochen, you get another proof Kodesh Baruch Hu comes through in the clutch, and you get the emotional stability to be able to carry bigger and bigger pressures because you're growing as a person. But if you're cursing your luck at every single given moment, I can't believe you have to go through this, which inevitably, when you start the process, that's what happens. You made it, and Kadosh Baruch Hu delivered you, and it's done, and you're like crying. I can't believe it did this to me. I can't believe I have to go through this. Okay, so you go, and then the next time it comes.
There's an element of like surrender to this.
Yes,
Complete and utter
that's
surrender.
all it is. That's exactly what it is.
Can I tell a little story?
Go ahead, but say it
I
loud.
will say it loud. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but I told David Axelwood the other day.
But he's asleep, you can't hear it.
No, I'm not going to say the whole story, but
Okay.
I'm supposed to do like a Sudas Hoda'ah about this time of year. I haven't done it yet, but I'd like to just publicly say the story. The
You
kids
invite
are-
me?
I've told you the story briefly before as well. Yes, I'll invite you. In fact, I'm going to do it here with bagels and Sam
Hey.
in the morning, I think, one day.
No, he's
So-
talking.
No, but it's connected to this Indian because
Okay.
the kids are, I'm not going to tell you the whole story because if I really tell you the whole story it's long, but the kids are, my wife and I, 5 or 6 years ago we went down to Netanya, that's what I told you the other day, and my daughter had bad skin, she had like eczema, so we used to take her down to the sea like 7:30 and we'd go as far away from anybody as possible, so it wasn't a problem with seeing us or anything. The kids we got there a bit early, my wife was really hot and fully dressed. She went into the water to cool off and she got caught in the tide and she got taken out to sea. And I had my baby on the beach and I had my wife out to sea and I ended up running out to sea to get my wife. And we both ended up caught in the tide.
Oh my god.
And for a few minutes we're like swimming and just like, and panicking. And after a few minutes, we were so tired, we just stopped. And at that moment we stopped, the whole sea just took us, I don't even know how many meters forward. Just the whole sea just went, and it was the strongest tide I've ever felt in my life. It just took us out and out and out. And this tide just took us, I don't know, 10, 15 meters. It pushed us. It was unbelievable. I felt like I was in like Hashem's hand. And somebody said to me afterwards, they said to me, at that moment, just as before like the water went forward again, what were you thinking? I was like, I surrendered. That was it. I surrendered. At that moment when I stopped my mind, and I stopped my march, like my march, whatever, I stopped. I've got to get back. And when I realised I'm not in control of this at all, and there's nothing I can do here, that's when like we had a mess. And about an hour and a half before this, just incidentally, we were walking through Netanya town, and there was these two, I told you this story, of these Breslov Hasidim, and they had a picture of Saba like this, and they were collecting for his orphanage, and they said, Saba said, if you, Yisrael Me'adesa said, if you give tzedakah to this charity. So you're guaranteed to see her next. So gave me 20 shekels. And an hour and a half later this happened. And then when I told this story one year on the Suda Soda, Breslov guy came up to me and he said, you know the most amazing thing about this? I was like, what? He's like, the world runs on Mida Keneged Mida. You gave money to an orphanage and your daughter was saved from being an orphan. That's the story, but it was connected to this whole idea of surrender. So I thought I'd just...
And you know what is even a greatness? That they got you these guys to give the tzedakah before it happened.
Right.
So you're able to see it.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
And also, another thing,
Yeah.
a week and a half ago, I went back to the same spot to do a spoda deuce. That's right, to do a spoda deuce. And it turned out, when I looked back, looked it up, it was exactly the same day as it happened, Hebrew day. It was exactly the same day as it happened, I went there to do a spoda deuce.
Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem, yes. Tov Hashem lakol. Tov Hashem lakol. Tov Hashem
Scary
lakol.
story.
Fantastic, fantastic. So it says like this is Tikkun Einai. Misham Achizas Kol Askenim Anal. This is where all the other elders are holding on. She'em Pchines Hashmona Pashas B'Tfilin. These are the 8 Pashas of the Tfilin. Ad Hazoken Achron B'Mala, until all the way down to the lowest elder, Shezocher Tichas HaTabor, that remembers the cutting of the umbilical. Shalado Iki Amshochas Oyos HaTfilin Alein. That through him is the ikar of the drawing of the lights of the tefillin upon us. He is our interface. This is what the Sha'ar Nikudim, Arizal explained, that overriding principle. Everything that Arizal says, in Kabbalah terminology, is basically saying this process that Wilson explains, but as a formula. 2 times 3 divided by x at the power of 5. This is what it is. This is the this principle that we spoke here is communicated by Rizal like as follows. This is what Arizal explains in Etz Chaim Sha'ar HaNikudim. She'or ha'inayim, the light of the eyes, nisgal lematobo velemata. That the light of the eyes actually gets revealed from the umbilical level of this supernal persona. Odom Ha'elyon. This is the Arizal says just x, y in the power of 4 equals
Bomba.
So Arizal says in one sentence everything we said until now. Matabo velamata. Let's just see.
איזה מספיק?
Tzlocha, Shabbos. Did I drop money? No, you'll drop your pen. I always think I'm dropping money. What's wrong with me? Why am I dropping money all the time?
Wishful thinking.
What?
Wishful
thinking, huh? כמבואר בעץ חיים בשאר הניקודים, שאור העיניים, the light of the eyes, נסגר למטה ולמטה. The light of the eyes gets revealed from the level of the umbilical and down. שהוא בחינת אור הניקודים, that this is the light of the nikudim. We have nikudim, akudim, nikudim, and brudim. These are the 3. When Yaakov Avinu dreamt of the later on, before he came back to Eretz Yisrael, and he said, I got. He comes, he calls Rachel and Leah to the field, and he said, last night when he wanted to tell him, when he wants to tell him that he wants to go back to Eretz Yisrael, so he tells them, last night I saw the flock, and I saw akudim, nekudim, and brudim. We saw, these are talking about the different stains that are on the fur of the sheep and goats. So akudim is that they have like a dark strip on their legs. That's something horses have them, like that, like this wearing a
Zebra.
no, zebra is something else. Horses many times you see that they're wearing a cuff, like a white cuff, whatever it is. So the specific marking on goats and sheep is that they have brown, like a brown ring on the bottom. So it looks as if they're tied, as if their legs are tied, like there's ropes around each leg. This is called a kudim. This is a euphemistic, a symbolic designation for the world of Atzilus, for the universe of Atzilus, where everything is one with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Atzilus mishon etzloi, it's by him. That really there's no differentiation yet. Everything is in the realm of possibility. It's not yet in the Chokhmah, it's not yet in the Bina. In the Chokhmah, everything is one. It's like everything is tied up together. It's called akudim. Akud means tied up, means
Akedah.
like akedah. Akedah is just like a bound. It's called the bound. Everything is bound. Then you have nikudim, is where they're like nikudim, like leper spots. Nikudim when there are strips. So the akudim represents the olam atzilus, and the nikudim represents the olam bria, and the brudim represents the olam atzilus. It's brudim is strips. So when you're talking about olam atzilus, there's no differentiation at all. There's no grasping. Then in olam bria there's already spots. There's already a nikud. There's a yitzias, like the fountain is coming out. There's already a revelation. Brudim is strips. We said, what's that shachal? Of color.
Stripes.
Brown and white. Stripes, yeah. Stripes. That means that a stripe is a nachal, is a vav, right? This is dam shachal. So you have a tzilus bria, it says, and then the malach told me, whatever it is, I saw what Lavan is doing to you, go back to Eretz Yisrael.
Nekudim represents what world again?
Bria.
Bria. And
Nekudim.
Brudim is?
The brodim is Yitzir.
So you have a Barudim, then you have to...
You have
Nekudim.
Akudim, Nekudim, and brodim.
Right, so you have the binding, the vav,
No, the yud and then the vav.
and then underneath was...
That's the asiyah. So he probably is talking about this. It says, Nikudim. It says that the Oris Nikudim, the light of the Nikudim, the light of the Bria, Shiadu Ma'inayim, when they came down from the eyes, Kiblu Oris Ozen Chotem Peh Meshibolas Azokan. That the light that came up the eyes got the lights of the ear, the mouth, the nose and the mouth. According to tradition, in the very, very beginning, when you say Otzos Chaim, Otzos Chaim, even though we don't know what it is we're talking about, all right? Let's just start with that. So we're just saying, so it says that the light of the eyes actually come out of the ears and it goes along the jaw. It goes into the nose, inside the nose, and it comes out of the mouth and goes all the way down to the table. Then it comes, and here is the giloi. This is all a formula, okay? Which represents in a very abstract form, almost like a mathematical form, but instead of using numbers, it's using descriptions, symbols. So this is saying that what?
When you put your strips, the right one
feeling.
should be facing the top. When you cut it in your thing, it should be facing the top.
The left one's longer, it goes to the top.
No, the left one passes the top, right?
It's halachically it says to be by the left one is to the heart and the long one the minimum is that the left one reaches your umbilical and the left one reaches your heart. So it says Boav Shel Chaim, that P'chinas Oros HaNikudim, this is the light of the Nikudim, שירדו מהעיניים, that came down from the eyes, וקיבלו Oros Ozen Chotem Peh, they got the lights of the ear and the nose and the mouth, Beshibolas HaZokon, from here, from from this part of the chin, but it's Galu Me'atabo Ve'lamata, and where do they reveal? They're revealed from the umbilical and down. Shemisham Ikas Chalas Esavos HaKelim. This is when the Kelim start to be formed. And Sham Heitev Ve'aven. All those of us that learn Kabbalah, take a look over there, take a look at the Aloch and understand how everything fits together.
Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan talks about Nikudim, Akudim, and
Avade.
נכון, עם פרסונות והמשכות, כאילו, זה בדיוק same thing?
It's the same thing as name Yud Kei Vav Kei.
Where is he, sir?
Airspace.
Hey, there's space.
How's your son?
Also that the...
So what is his name? Yeshua ben Zahava should give money for Pidyon. He says Rapper is
there.
Gematria Pidyon Nefesh.
Yeah.
So finally someone whatever give him money
Second
Pidyon,
one, which is...
and the name should make a Pidyon Nefesh. So this Shir is the four of your son.
It's was when the chat, Kilo was
Yeshua ben
shattered,
Zahava.
Chama, and then the other one is
Everything
when
will
she was
be-
working.
Be'ezrat Hashem will be a full shleim, don't worry about it. It's good. Ikas Avos HaKelim, the main, this is where the, now, and what does this mean, the formation of the kelim, formation of the, Ulasos kelim v'tzimtzum la'asig l'kos hezbollah. The main thing is to make vessels and constrictions so that you'll be able to receive the godliness of Kodesh Baruch Hu. You'll be able to contain it. You'll be able to internalize it. I mean, just to go, with lights, whatever it is, it gets lost. You need to have kelim. He's laughing. You need to have kelim, in order to constrict it, so you can receive the light in a manner that you can relate to, that you can internalize and change, so it can change you, so you can become godly. I mean, it's very easy. When you talk to a child, it's very easy to talk to him on your level, because what does he understand, whatever, but then he's not going to grow. In order for you to give him the information, the learning that he needs to be able to grow, you need to constrict yourself and make a keli to his level. But what you're telling him, not this guy has to go down to our level. You don't know this kid. No, but what I'm saying, but usually the way things are is that you make a constriction, and you have the constriction has to be beseichel, because it has to deliver the roots of the sechel elyon, because it's supposed to start him on the road that leads to the sechel elyon. So there has to be tremendous chokhmah in the keli that you prepare. That's why it's dafka, the light of the eyes of Shmiras Einayim, which talks about the highest of the highest of the high, that has to come down in order to construct the keli.
That in a way is the Rebbe to the... לא, זה האור או זה המסביר?
No, the Or Einayim, you can say b'derech mashal that in order to construct the keli, in order to construct the keli, it has to have the light of the ears, euphemistically to the way there's a davar nishma, to be able to understand, and it should go the light of the nose should have Yil Shamayim, and the light of the mouth there should be al pi emes, and diva should be clean. You can learn it, you can darshan it a lot of different ways.
Is it not cleaning? It's cleaning the cake. It's not creating the cake. You already have the cake.
Yes, but the
מה
light
זה אומר לנו שהאור בא ממקום כזה גבוה?
Yes,
That
the light that creates the low keli has to come from the highest place, so that if the antenna gets the
So it can
transmission,
contain.
yes, it has to be configured to contain, and it has to be configured with such chokhmah nifla that is a faithful representation that you can relate to. Yeah. בשעה נכנס חלק ולכן יש שם היתר.
Good stuff.
והעיקר is to be masig דלוקוס הקשור יסבורך והבן. ועל כן, על ידי זה הזוקן העליון, this is why the supernal elder, שהיה לו שום מסתכלוס בזה האוילו, that didn't look in this world at all, על ידי זה תיקון מבחינת פגם העליון. He is the rectification of that which we have blemished our eyes. שהוא מבחינת גם כל החטאים שבתורה. That's the root of all the root of the Chataim and the Torah. What we're talking about, we're saying that Ayin Ro'ah, the eye sees, V'alev choymed, and the heart covets. It all starts with the eyes. When Yehuda, the Maaseh in Yehuda and Tamar, and it says, Ayak Desha. He says, where is the not modest woman? By Naim, right? There was a place called a Naim. So Ayak Desha, where do you sanctify yourself? Rav Cheshen told me this. He says, when he comes looking for her, he says, where's the Kedusha? By Naim. Where's the Kedusha? He's by Naim. He says, where's the Kedusha? How do you receive Kedusha? By Naim, by guarding the eyes. That's where it comes from. This is the rectification of the eyes. This is the rectification of all. This is the damage of all the chatoim in the Torah. This is the breakage of the kelim. This is the thing that makes the kelim break. Because when a person, what does it mean that he doesn't have any stakos in this world? He doesn't see anything in this world. What it means is that nothing of the short-term benefit blinds him to the tachlis. Rabbeinu says that when a person looks at something very, very far, he has to constrict his vision. He has to squint, he has to constrict his vision so the things from the side won't distract him. So the Rebbe says that when a person looks at the tachlis, when he looks at infinity, he has to close his eyes completely. The further you want to see, you want to look at, the less you can be distracted by that is around you. Gama Einayim means I'm looking at things which are immaterial to the ultimate tachlis. That's why the minute you look where you're not supposed to look, you're breaking a kelim. So the shorish, the root of all the chatoim in the world, is this Gama Einayim. This is called the Shvir Sakena.
Or static,
All the chatoim come through the pgam העיניים. כמו שכל זה אסור אכל ואבכם וחייניכם, כמו שהוא חז"ל, ליבה ועינה, תרס אסור לדעביר. The heart and the eyes, these are the two pimps of Avera. They are the guys that arrange, they are the arrangers. Hey, you want something? Hey.
Let's do it, Tony.
Yeah. Eyes, heart. Yes. That elder that sanctifies his eyes and completely closes his eyes from seeing this world. In other words, nothing temporary meant anything to him. Only eternity and infinity. That's the reason why the tikkun for the breakage, for the wrecking of the kelim that comes through the is going to be through him. Because he's the one that sanctified your eyes, that sanctified his eyes. So from him, you get the koch to sanctify your own eyes. That's the reason why he's the supernal elder. The Zokan represents Atik, which is the Kesser, that's the reason why the tefillin must be put on the skin. You don't have anything that is blocking. We said you have to rectify the lowest of all levels, using the highest of all levels. That's why you have the tefillin, which are the manifestation of the top elder, the blind beggar, and you're supposed to put it on the skin. We say the skin is the chitzonius. That's the outer of the outer limit. Chas tachlis ha-mechitza v'ha-masach ha-mavdil ben gav ben nivra le-nivra ben oilam le-oilam. Every world, between every world and the next, there is a screen, that separates them. This is where the skin is, because the skin is the thing that separates two people. I mean, you can be as close as you want, but the thing that separates you from the other person is the skin. That's the chitzonius shebechitzonius, uben oilam le'oilam. But the same thing happens between one universe and the one above it. But the sham bokeh, and this is, and through this semi-permeable membrane, which is the skin, the light is coming through, and it goes through the pores of the skin, physically by a person, and spiritually between one olam and the next. That's the reason why we write the Heilige Parshas of the Tefillin, that we're writing 42 times the name of Hashem in the Tefillin. The Shem Shem Best, this is the Pidyon, this is the whole Al Gabe Ora Gashmi Shel Behema. We write it dafka on a leather, on parchment, which is the physical skin of a creature that has no das, has only medama. You're writing on a medama sheba medama, the skin of the behemoth. Because we bring down the light from the highest level beyond all highest levels, until the lowest level possible, which is the outside of the outside, the malchus shebe malchus, the skin of a behemoth. And dafka through this process, that's the thing that makes it possible to receive the light of Hashem, to contain it, to internalize, and to transform us from human animals to human manifestations of godliness. Ba'droga v'mamida, you can do it. When you do it on the skin, you do it one step at a time. You're growing, slowly, in the kind of order, the kind of in a tempo that you can sustain. You don't get one. It's not riboy or everything all at once, which as it goes, celebrity marriage, it never lasts, right? Yeah, so you get too much. Oh, bam! Everything crashes. Sorry about that. I used to slip it in. That's the physical medama. Because the thing is that when compared to the sechel, to the intellect itself, the medama is a brute and crude instrument. Just imagine, it's gashmias. The sechel itself, you can't even fathom. The medama, when you compare it to the body, it's spiritual. But in the level of the seichel, the medama is the lowest of the low. It's the behemah. That's the lowest of the low. Okay. It enables you to reach the highest of the high.
That says a lot, because it's a level under the seichel, under the chokhmah. It's just okay. So that's what transforms. That's what gives our perception.
This is your pitch. This is your
with your mind, with the seichel. Right?
Yeah, so the seichel is imprinted on that, but you live around the medama. You live in the noga. You live in where it's asur mutar, and you keep on purifying it and working it over and purifying and leaving it out. But you always have to deal with the lowest element.
The skin.
Yes, the skin, the lowest of the lowest, and that's how you climb up, you ascend. One step at a time, in a safe manner, in a wholesome manner, in a nourishing manner, not in a let's swallow the whole world with one gulp and be done with it. Because I can't wait already. You know, I came into Yiddishkeit 5 minutes ago. I want to be a tzaddik like Rabbeinu. It's like, I remember, when we were like young village children, I used to have a problem. What do you mean? He's a tzaddik campus. What about me? I mean, I cannot become a tzaddik. Reminds you of something?
Wait, what's the difference between?
Yeah, man. Well, he's a person. I can be that. He's like, okay. He's like, that you can, when you take the medama and you purify and you reach with it emuna shleima, you're connecting the chet and the nun of Torah Aleph, the chokhmah and the malchus. You're connecting the sechel amiti, the orat film, to the
Skin.
שזה עיקר בחינת קדושת התפילין שמקבלים מהזקן האלה. This is the essence of the sanctity of tefillin שמקבלים מהזקן you receive from the supernal elder. שכל הזקנים, he includes all the other elders, וכל המכן של התפילין, all the intellect of the tefillin, שהוא מסכן הכל. He is the one who rectifies everything. Hashem. We'll continue on Sunday.
Kind of like explains